Graveyard decks are gone from Modern, which means my human deck will once again rise up. Oh. Why? Oh god, nobody cared about the channel before humans became a thing. And if human decks follow the metagame, it's over. But maybe it's not that bad. I mean, we have Anger the Gods. That's a card. We've dealt with that, though. Except it's not a one-sided board wipe like, I don't even want to say its name. And it's not just human decks that have to worry. Elves, Spirits, Merfolk, even my other baby, Hardened Scales. It has 18 constructs. 18! But maybe it's too soon to worry. Maybe the card won't find a home in Modern. But a Modern deck that we absolutely need to keep an eye on is Green Black Golgari, because it is a deck that trades 1-for-1 using cards like Inquisition, Fatal Push, Liliana. But this 1-for-1 trading is really bad against go wide strategies. Like if the opponent has Lingering Souls, Inquisition, Fatal Push, Liliana, they all do nothing against it. But now these go wide strategies are a lot easier to deal with the new card, Witch's Vengeance. To find out just how good this deck actually is, we'll test it out in gameplay against 3 different tribal decks. So let's get to it. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already a big boy. But without further ado, here's a gameplay, and I hope you enjoy. Opening hand, terrible curve, we'll keep it. I mean, it could be worse. Opponent plays Noble Hierarch. We don't want them to go off too fast, so Fatal Push it is. Back on our turn, we pull an Ooze, so we'll play it. And now back to our opponent. Opponent plays Thalia, making our non-creature stuff harder to cast. And back on our turn, Swamp. Alright, might as well attack. No blocks, and we'll eat the Noble Hierarch in Graveyard. They go to 15, we'll play a Swamp, and it's back to them. Opponent swings in for 2, we'll go down to 19, and then they play Meddling Mage, and of course they name Witch's Vengeance, because I told them what the deck was. We are trying to simulate post-Eldraine conditions, so I think it's totally fair. And oh goody, we draw Assassin's Trophy. We'll hit them for 3, and save the Assassin's Trophy for their turn. Opponent swings in for 4, we'll use Assassin's Trophy, queefing on the Meddling Mage, so they hit us for 2, and then bounce the Ooze to hand with the Reflector Mage. Okay. And we pull Tarmogoyf, nice. So instead of going Witch's Vengeance this turn, we'll wait to get more value out of it, and just play the Goyf, although it's only a 2-3. Back on our opponent's turn, they play a Ziggurat, a Champion, and then a second Champion, and then an Unsettle, making this a 3-3 and this a 2-2. They pass back, but get ready for the big nut, because now we play Witch's Vengeance. I'm sorry, my child, but all the humans are going to Jesus. And now hit them for 3 with Tarmogoyf. They draw a card, and then play Kite Sail. A little too late for that, but unfortunately for them, the cheek spreading cannot be reversed. They take 4 down to 2, and we'll finish things up with a Dark Confidant and a second Goyf. And then there's the concede. I don't know if we should be happy or sad, because on one hand we did win, and you know how much I love winning, but on the other hand, Witch's Vengeance, it just tore through humans, and humans is my baby. Such mixed emotions, but they had a chance. Meddling Mage was out. Naming Witch's Vengeance, they almost had it if they had Kite Sail Freebooter to delay until the champions got big enough, but unfortunately for them, their land situation wasn't great, and yeah, we just dropped the Mega Queef on them. But now we'll see if we can get the same results against Blue-Green Merfolk. They do have Force of Negation to stop the Vengeance, although we do have Inquisition and Thoughtseize, but who knows, we'll see how it goes. Opening hand, a ton of lands, but we'll try and make it work. Opponent plays an Aether Vial, and we should probably speed things up with Dark Confidant. They play Master of the Pearl Trident, and we draw Thoughtseize and another Dark Confidant. So let's do this. Swing in for 2, they go down to 18, and now it's Inquisition, make sure they don't have Force of Negation, and here's what they got in hand. No Force of Negation, we'll take Regery, and then play a second Dark Confidant, back to them, and on our opponent's turn, they queef out 2 Lords, making them all 4/4s. We'll take the 4, and we'll go for our big boy move this turn. We draw these 3, and now do this. Fatal Push one of the Lords, and now that they're 3/3s, we'll play Witch's Vengeance. Farewell, Merfolk. Swing at them for 4, now it's back to them. And back on their turn, they play Spreading Cheeks, hitting our Treetop Village, and then they attack us for 2 and bounce one of the Confidants to hand. And back on our turn, we draw a Peatland and a Fatal Push. We'll first Fatal Push this hoe, hit them for 2, play a second Confidant, and then keep 2 lands open for Assassin's Trophy. Back to them. They draw a card off the Grove, and then they attack us for 2. We'll attempt to block, but then they Violent Mistbinder, making the Mutavault a 3/3. So in response to that, we shall play Assassin's Trophy. So we don't take any damage from Mutavault, and then we draw these 3. Let's first draw another card with Peatland. Meh, another land. And we could play Witch's Vengeance. Only 1 creature out. Let's first swing in, see if they want to block. No, they take it down to 7. And our life total is pretty low. We can't really afford to hit from this. So yeah, we'll play Witch's Vengeance. Naming Merfolk, 7/7. We'll see if they can finish us. They play a land and pass back. And hopefully we don't lose too much life here. We lose 2 with Assassin's Trophy, and might as well try and Inquisition them. Meh. In response, they play Trickster, tapping down this. We'll then swing for 2, see if they want to trade. Nope, they go to 5. And back to them, please don't kill us. They play a Grove, and then they sack to draw a card, and then they play a Speaker, swinging for 2. We don't want that 2 going through, so we'll use Assassin's Trophy on it. And it's time to start praying. Well, this is a bit awkward. We take 4 damage thanks to the Dark Confidant. Oh, this is so sad, but we'll swing in for 4. And of course they don't block, they go down to 1. And this feels so bad, but you know what? I think we gotta name Wizard and board wipe ourselves. Oh god. Board wiping ourselves. And then play a Tarmogoyf to block. And pray they don't hit a creature. And oh boy, they activate Vial, putting out Master the Pearl Trident. Now the speaker has Island Walk. And with Spreading Seas, that means we can't block. Oh boy, we lose. Even with Witch's Vengeance, 3 of them, we still lose. I mean, most of it was because of the Dark Confidants, but you know, still, that's kind of sad. We drew all those cards with the Confidants, but like, what happened? Anyway, it is what it is. But now it's on to the next one. Last up is Elves. They have nothing main deck to stop Witch's Vengeance, so we will see if this game is in fact a blowout. Opening hand, wowee, 3 Witch's Vengeances. That's a bit overkill, but we'll keep it. Starting with Thoughtseize, and opponent reveals these 7. So the smartest play here would be to take the Archdruid. We'll take that and pass back. They start with Llanowar, and we draw another Thoughtseize. We already know what's in their hand, so it's not really worth playing, and instead we'll just pass back. Back on their turn, they play Boreal and Heritage, and then they cast Lead the Stampede. But unlucky for them, they only hit an Elite. It goes to their hand, and now back to us. No 3rd land, but we pull a Confidant, might as well play it, and wait for them to play some more creatures. And then our opponent unloads their hand. They might as well enjoy it while it lasts. Dark Confidant hits another Dark Confidant, and we draw a 3rd land, but it's not a black mana land. Alright, so let's put the Field of Ruin out, and we'll fire it on our opponent's turn. And uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, they play Azuri, buffing 2 of their dudes by 3. They swing in for 9, and they have Trample, so blocking doesn't really do anything, but keeping Dark Confidant alive is a little too risky, so we'll get rid of it and take 8. We go to 6, and on their end step, we'll Field of Ruin. Back on our turn, we pull a Verdant Catacombs, and now it's finally time for the Vengeance. How sad for them. And even being able to regenerate does nothing for them. How sad. And now it's back to their sad existence. They draw Forest, good for them. We draw Blooming Marsh, and then back to them. They play another land, wowee, and we pull another Assassin's Trophy, wowee. They play Heritage Druid, and we pull Blooming Marsh, and they play another land and swing for 1. Well, we don't really want to take that 1, and we also don't want them making creatures with Westvale, so we'll play Assassin's Trophy on both of these hoes. Back on our turn, we pull Inquisition, back to them, and oh boy, a Scavenging Ooze, making the Ooze a 5/5. So in that case, we'll fetch for our turn, and back on our turn, Field of Ruin. So sadly, let's go double Witch's Vengeance, naming Ooze for both of them. -6/6 kills the Ooze. On their turn, they play a land, and finally, we play Liliana. Hooray! They play Azuri. We pull another Confidant, we'll make them sack with Lily, and they play Lead the Stampede, because of course they do. Because of course the game can't end. Revealing these 3, and playing all that. And finally, we pull Tarmogoyf, up Liliana, and continue the saga. Opponent plays a land and passes back. Oh my god, we pull another land. Alright, discard it with Liliana and pass back. Opponent plays a second Mystic, and great, another land. Might as well Field of Ruin. They play another creature, and it looks like they're going for it. Lock one of them, take 3, and whoop-de-doo, another land. Even if we make them sack a creature and block another one, we're still taking 2 damage next turn. Crap, how did we lose this? We had 3 Vengeance cards in hand. We got pretty unlucky with what we drew, but still, I'm shocked. But good for Elves, alright. So what do we make of these results? It's hard to say, but the card seems very situational. When we pulled it in the perfect moment against humans, it completely devastated them. But against Merfolk and Elves, it just wasn't that debilitating. So final verdict, tribal decks will definitely need to play around Witch's Vengeance, but if you own a modern tribal deck, you don't need to panic sell your cards. I think everything will be just fine. And that is all for now, and as always, I hope you have a great day.